Good morning, afternoon, evening, morning, something. Hello, St. Pete High. So it is a lovely Wednesday here in Cape Town. I've been here for 5 weeks now, so that's crazy. I don't know, I can't even imagine leaving, the sunshine and the palm trees, and it's so pretty, and everyone's so nice, and it rains a lot in London, and I don't know how I'm going to make it through that. I've got another 2 weeks here, like a week and a half now, so I'm trying to get everything done, including this first video. What is very common to see in Cape Town? Mountains. No matter where you go, there are literally mountains everywhere. Hear about U.S. drama like gun control all in these other countries. Well, Richard? Yeah. A pretty common question for most of the people I talk to, whether it was in Paris or here, but more here, honestly. They like to ask about Trump a lot, so it's a lot of explaining to them a lot about like our issues. They do talk a lot about sort of our gun control stuff, especially youth protest. So protesting in general is a pretty big thing here, especially for students. They had a huge student protest sort of like thing called Roads Must Fall, and they had Fees Must Fall, and just a lot of protests happening with students. And so they're really interested in what's happening in our schools now surrounding how our young people like you and me think about gun control and some of the protests that we're doing about that. What are your likes and dislikes about South Africa? Well, Alex? Sunshine's a huge plus. So that's awesome. Food's pretty good. Prices are amazing. So it's really cool because here, I don't know if I alluded to it in the last video, but the rand, which is their currency, let me see if I can show you a rand. This is 1 rand. Dollars. Like this. Whoa. A big fat 100 rand. And so the rand is much, much weaker than our US dollar. So 1 rand is significantly less than 1 US dollar, which is great for me because that means that my money stretches a little bit further here than it did back in Paris, where the euro was a lot stronger than the US dollar, which is a little bit further here than it did back in Paris, where the euro was a lot stronger than the US dollar. It's been really great. Right, their currency, the food. There's a sushi place downstairs. I eat there a lot. It's really cheap, delicious. The beaches here are beautiful. I've been surfing a lot, which has been fan-frickin-tastic. And the people are really awesome. I love them. So what don't I like? Well, at the very beginning, I didn't like the feeling that I wasn't sort of allowed to be as independent. So back in Paris, I would go kind of everywhere by myself. I would, take the metro and just go to the park or to the museum or just wander around on my foot with my camera. Here, it's been a little bit different. Especially at the beginning, so many people would tell me how dangerous it was and how I really should only go in groups and I shouldn't go out at night, and it was like, really frightening to think, you kind of lose a bit of your independence. I was really sad about it. But recently, I found that either those people were lying or I just really took it out of proportion. Another thing I don't like is that I don't feel as comfortable taking my camera out. So I haven't gotten to take as many photos with my actual camera, but I have been able to utilize my cellular device, and a lot of the videos that you're going to see through here are videos that I took with this. Which works pretty well too, so that's nice. Have you seen any animals yet? If so, what kind? Yes. I saw this weird little squirrel bunny rat thing on top of Lion's Head, which is one of the mountains here that I hiked. I don't actually know what that animal is. I have the dassies. So those are the big ones that I've seen. Everything else, you have your standard animals that you see here. I mean, back in the States. But I did see some... snacks do they have in Cape Town that aren't in America? Well, they have this thing called a Gatsby, which I tried the other day. At least I sort of kind of tried a Gatsby. I actually kind of ran out of money at the time that I needed to buy a Gatsby, and they're like $8, and I only had like $4. So the lady put everything that would be on a Gatsby in between two slices of bread, which is not how a Gatsby is actually served. But the idea was still there. They have Marcel's, which is this frozen yogurt place that is literally at the end of our block here, which is dangerous because it's very close, very affordable. So you can go and get a lot of frozen yogurt. It's delicious. Marcel's is a pretty big chain here. It's kind of everywhere. If everyone on Earth disappeared, how do you think you could survive? Shit. I don't know, Shannon. I don't know that I mean, I guess I would survive because I have to. I mean, on the plus side, I don't have to fend for food anymore because it's all mine. I'm the only one there now. If everyone disappeared, I'd have enough water. I'd have all the clothes in the world. I'd go raid every mall, wherever the heck I want. Surf all the time. I think my only issue is that it would be incredibly lonely. So that's the part that I guess I'd need the surviving bit. I'd probably search around to try and find other human beings, and then if not, I would befriend a lot of animals. I have to teach myself how to fly a plane. Maybe I should get to that now, so that in case this happens, I already know what to do, because then I could fly all over the world on top of it. In fact, that's probably how I would die, trying to fly a plane, because I don't actually know how to do that. How are the houses built? They're all different. Is it easier to learn in different environments compared to the environment in the US? No. It's pretty hard here because I'm studying abroad. So it's hard to try and balance between wanting to see the world, which is, what you study abroad for, but at the same time study, which is also what you study abroad for. And very much like the people I'm surrounded by are also having that struggle. So we all want to go to the beach, and we all want to go, see town, and we all want to go hiking, and we all want to go on tours and things. But at the same time, we have classes that we want to be able to do well in. And also, all of our teachers aren't American here. I know back in Paris, I had one American teacher, but here I have one that's here from Cape Town. I had a teacher that was from Spain, and now I have another teacher that's from, I guess she's kind of from America. She's from New York, but she's originally from Tanzania, so she's just cool international. She does whatever the heck she wants. But so the teaching styles are kind of different too, is what I'm trying to get at. So sometimes that can make it hard to focus and know what's expected of you and know sort of how to do things. So that in combination with it already being hard to focus because you want to see everything about this new city, honestly I'd say the learning environment here is far more challenging by those standards. What are your thoughts when you heard you were going to Cape Town? What did you imagine it would look like? Ivana, I honestly I didn't imagine this. I didn't imagine mountains and surfing and palm trees. I think, I don't want to overgeneralize for my own education, but in my, 14 years of schooling, didn't learn a lot about Africa and the African continent. So my idea of Africa was mainly I don't know, deserts. But also zebras. So we should probably do a better job educating people about how, Africa's a huge continent and all the different places look super different. So, I didn't imagine it would be, a weird, beach town, which it kind of is in certain respects, but at the same time, you have palm trees and other beautiful trees and parks and greenery, and it's very much not just, a barren wasteland the way that I kind of thought it might be. I thought it would be hot and sandy. It's not really like that unless you go to the beach. So, It's different. How long was your flight from Paris to Cape Town? Ginormous. Seth, that's like an answer. It was ginormous. It was ginormously long, humongous, unfathomably long. It was about, let me think how many hours. I want to say it ended up being about like 22. But that's because I had a layover. So the way my flight ended up working is that first I flew from Paris to Istanbul in Turkey, and then from Istanbul to Cape Town. I had an 8-hour layover in Istanbul, and the flight from Paris to Istanbul was already like 6 hours. The flight from Istanbul to Cape Town was like another 13 hours, plus that like 8-hour thing. 13 hours? That's not true. It was long. It was really long. I actually didn't end up getting off the plane and going into Istanbul, or getting out of the airport and going into Istanbul, because I missed my first flight in Paris. More on that when I get home. I can tell you all about my adventures of missing my flight and having to fix that. Thank you guys again for your amazing questions, per usual. I assume you guys are going on like spring break or something soon? Now? Eventually? I hope you guys are having a fantastic spring semester, spring term? What do you call it in high school? That's my question to you. How does your thing work? Over and out. I miss you guys. I miss Florida. Until the next video. Bye.